these lights that I can get. Turn that down a bit. Is it alright? I struggle with light.
Ivan, can you turn the light down a touch, please?
I'll take the mask off.
Is that enough? You want a bit more?
Not really, but I'll just not look over that direction if that's alright. I struggle with lights. You know, the flashing things around the side? Every time I look at my
headaches.
Put it away.
Reaction to that fantastic win. You're in the final for the second time this season.
Yeah, I was delighted. Been a real tough week, you know, and I think I thought the players were brilliant. I thought they tried to follow the game plan. I thought they played with real intensity. Critical a little bit in the first half when we got into good areas. We didn't pull the trigger quick enough, you know, and put them under more pressure. Obviously, they had a great chance first half, and I thought both teams tried to have a go and play and, you know, and move the ball around and try and create good space. So for me, I was really pleased. Second half, we got going, and then obviously Glenn came on and he produced the magic that you sometimes need to get into a final. And for me, it was a tremendous impact he made.
I remember speaking to Chris King after the League Cup semi-final and said what a different season it'd be for him this year because he had to get a run of games and he delivered the goods and he delivered again today. Yeah, definitely. It's probably not going to get talked about tomorrow because I was talking about Glenn. He's actually been in the right place, right time, same as the quarter-final. So, you know, Kano scored in the quarter-final, semi-final. Let's hope he can score in the final. Glenn Middleton, everyone thinks he's a flying winger, but now he's a set-piece specialist. Yeah, you know, I think he's good. He's got good adaptability, Glenn. He can play various positions for me. And, you know, he's been a breath of fresh air coming in. He's probably had to be patient. He's getting used to obviously playing first team and what we want. And I've managed to get him some games. And I thought today, he was really good. I thought he drove at the fence. He caused them problems when he came on and maybe could have scored a couple more goals off his individual play. You talked about the setbacks this week, far from ideal. Do you think that did have a galvanising effect? Not for me. But I think for the players, I think they realise the ones that are missing out. I think for me, it just shows you, COVID's still about. You know, that's the biggest thing. We're obviously we're trying to stay to very strict guidelines at the club, and it just shows you how quickly the thing can spread, you know, without really doing anything different from what we've done all season. So it hit home a little bit. So again, we probably had to shut the place down this week, and training was disrupted. But for the players, you know, I thought their attitude was tremendous. You know, and I thought they kept going, and you know, I'm actually delighted for them more than anything else. No, not at all. I don't know. I read something, but I've no idea why. You know, I think it's a real difficult one, and I think I just wanted to make sure the players were safe. You know, that's the biggest thing for me. Make sure there's nothing spread. You know, that you find out how it came into the club and try and stop it at source and stop it quickly, because it's the last thing you want. So we're doing everything this week. We've obviously far the train this week. You know, we shut the place down on the guidelines and the information. You know, so for me, that's the most important thing. So not at all.
You had to change it. I mean, you know, you've been doing this whole season in terms of keeping it out. The fact it's come in now ahead of such a big game will be a concern. Have you had to change anything in order to make sure that you obviously got a final in a few weeks to play?
No, not really. We're doing the same thing all season, so we try to be as strict as we can. It's very difficult. Human nature. You do speak to people, and you know it's very difficult. It just shows me how quickly the virus can spread. So we want to make sure this week we make sure everyone's safe. You know, make sure they're all clear when it comes to next testing on Monday, and make sure they're all available for the Scottish Cup final.
You have to be extra careful before the final to make sure that you don't have something.
Yeah, I will be. I will be. I think all the lads now they've set probably a little bit even stricter, just to basically turn up on the grass and go home again. Bring your packed lunch with you. You know, sit on the side on your own and have it. I think, but that's for me just shows you how quickly it can spread. And I'd hate for players to miss out, you know, on the final because of COVID. So it's probably my duty to make sure that everybody is safe as we can and move forward. You asked me, I would like to get to 2 finals, but you know, so I haven't really thought about it. So honestly, this week's been pretty stressful, so I haven't really thought about the achievement. For me, it's more about a club like St Johnstone to get to 2 finals in one season. You know, that's an amazing achievement. You know, you've got other teams that have done that, but a club like St Johnstone to get there it's a tremendous achievement, and it's all credit to the players really. You know, they go about their business. They're a great bunch of lads to work with, and you know, they kind of follow orders and they kind of try and do the right thing, and they got on with it, and they got on great. So just hoping we've got a chance to make a little bit of history in a couple of weeks' time.
Talk about the players, Callum. A few other standouts today. Zan making that huge save in the first half, and Dave Wood's good man of the match as well.
Yeah, I know. Do you know what? It's one of those games you always look for players, but I thought everybody was fantastic. I thought Ali McCann had to play a different position. He's got too much energy for me because he kept wanting to run forward when like an old head like Liam Craig or Murray Davison would have sat there and taken it, but he's got that much energy, the young lad. So I thought they were all great. I thought Callum Booth was superb as well. He was struggling. He was 50-50 to be fit. So, Xander was 50-50 today to be fit. Hence the emergency lone goalie. So all the boys, they've sort of got together, as a team and as a unit and got us into the final.
You're probably about one cup win away from your own statue at McDermott, the way it's going. Top six, one cup, another cup final. Is the one thing you think has been the key to it all, because it's a dream first season? Yeah,
I probably have to lose a bit of weight if we're going to put a statue first and make that. No, sorry, ask the question again. Sorry, I wasn't
just think of that statue. Just in terms of if there's one thing that's enabled the team to have this relative success this season, because say first season, it's an incredible run of events that you've managed to put together.
Yeah, I don't know. I think we believe in what we're doing. I think that was the biggest thing. I think I put a start up for the players in probably December time, and it showed them how well we're playing and what we're doing right. It also showed them when we're conceding goals, which is really key factor in the season and how we didn't get the points. I think they started to believe in what they were doing, and then obviously results help, and then players have started to hit form. Guy Melamed came in, started scoring goals. Kano, Stevie May putting pressure. I think they just started to believe in what they were doing, and also the semi-final against Hibs was probably the biggest one for me. If you asked me for a game, that was probably the biggest game where they actually thought, we're actually a good team. And I think from then on, been very hard to play against, very difficult, and so it shows me the squad as well. 16, 17 players, 18 players, all can play, all can start a game, and that's probably the biggest factor for me.
Does that help you for the final, the fact that game was so pivotal in the semi-final?
Not really. I don't think I'll be totally different. I'll be a different game. Obviously there are different players in mind come to form as well, so I'll have a really hard decision on what team I'm going to pick. First and foremost, I just need to get them through the next two games healthy, make sure they're fit, and make sure that they're all ready to go for the final.
You're talking about the turning point there and having to turn around the season, because it wasn't a tough start. Was there a point, at any stage in those first few months where you thought what you're trying to do might not work, and coaching or management might not be cut out for you in that sense?
There was a time, because I kept thinking we're playing well and getting beat, and I looked at stats, looked at all the kind of figures and thought, how are we getting beat? Because we're playing well, we're dominating teams. But just that belief, that little bit of luck as well, sometimes you need. And I think the players realise they're playing well. I think if they thought they weren't doing things right, then they might have had a problem. But I think they believed in it too. I've got good older pros in the dressing room as well, which keeps players going, keeps the younger ones going. I think that's the biggest one for me, and I just believed in what I was doing. And yeah, don't get wrong, I did have questions at night and time. I think, what am I doing? Is it right? Am I doing training the right way? Am I doing the right thing? But all credit to them. They've definitely turned around the season.